Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Denton, powered by the Difference Media LLC and 2940 The Difference Radio. The voice of small businesses and the communities they serve. Today's show is hosted by Matt Kern, entrepreneur and founder of Denton Does It, and Beth Caudill, realtor with eXp Realty, Chance Post with Total Care, and Robert Tokarczyk with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. The North Texas Community Difference series was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Denton
starts now. Welcome, Denton, and everybody around the Denton County area. Happy Tuesday. You know, this is one of my favorite days of the week because it's Taco Tuesday. So go out and shop local and buy some tacos, or take somebody out and buy their tacos for them and treat them to a taco day. They would really appreciate that. I know I would. And I'm, just trying to hint around to, somebody taking me out for tacos after this would be great. Just saying. Anyway, welcome to the Community Difference-Denton chapter. I'm your host, Matt Kern, along with my co-host. Today, it's almost all guys today, except for one of our guests. But today, the guys are Chance Post with Total Care Emergency and Robert Tokarczyk with Fairway Mortgage, my co-host today. So let's bring those guys on. There they are.
Hey.
Look, there you
Good morning.
are. Hey,
good afternoon.
You know that we're that close to Thanksgiving, that close.
It's scary.
It is scary how all of a sudden the end of this year is right up on top of us, isn't it?
You know how I could tell it was almost Thanksgiving?
How's that?
I was going through the grocery store and I was trying to go get my prescriptions picked up. Yeah. I was having to go around like 600 cans of green beans and stuffing, like stuff in the aisle, like you couldn't get through. I'm like, I started buying like Thanksgiving stuff already because I couldn't get through.
Right. It just draws you in, doesn't it? I don't know if you saw, I was at the grocery store on Sunday also, and I noticed how many turkeys were piled up into the freezer, right? They're ready to go, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they got everything ready. And so speaking of turkeys, do you like your turkeys smoked, baked, or deep fried?
Cajun fried.
I like that.
I'm deep frying one at my house this year. So hopefully I'll come back after Thanksgiving and my house isn't burned down.
Well, hopefully you don't have to go to Total Care afterwards.
Have you done one before?
I don't want to come in here with burns. No.
Well,
listen. Have you done a deep fried turkey before?
Oh yeah, I used to cook them every year. Yes, sir.
Answer to you.
Yeah, I mean, my brother-in-law is going to do all the heavy lifting. I have an older unit, so he's got a newer fryer, so we're going to go with that just to be safer.
Yeah, the newer ones have a timer and a spill mechanism on there. We had to disassemble one year because it didn't work, and we had to bypass it. Yeah,
we did.
But listen, I'm just going to say is if it goes bad, Chance, please set up a camera before you put it in the fryer.
Yes,
so we can watch.
I will do that. We'll maybe have some good footage of that.
Right. Just in case. I'm not wishing that on you, but in case it happens, let's get that recorded. Okay.
I will say that I'm not bringing the turkey. So if this guy brings over a frozen turkey, it's going to be on him for exploding.
Okay. Have either one of you had a turducken?
No.
I have.
Okay. So there's a place over in Louisville called the Bayou Boys, and they used to cook them every year or make them. So it's deboned turkey, deboned chicken, deboned duck, all stuffed in each other with stuffing in the middle, and then smoked or cooked. Yeah.
Made famous by John Madden.
Right. So my brother-in-law used to be a writer for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, and he blew them up. I guess they had done it for their newspaper or something one time. and catered it, and so he wrote about sports and food and all that stuff. And man, that just took off after that. That was the hot thing to have for a long time.
I might have to get me one of those.
It's a lot. Let me tell you, it's very rich. I don't know if you guys like duck or not. I'm not too into the duck scene, but
Yeah.
I'll eat the rest. And I like to take even the deep fried ones and just debone and get all the turkey out of it, and then make gumbo out of that, with rice and stuff and vegetables. Doing the try on there, which is always good on that. So anyway, what's going on in the total care business these days?
We are holding tight. Everyone's been kind of talking about COVID and stuff. So far, haven't seen too much yet, but I know everybody comes home for Thanksgiving, and then we're jam packed after that because everyone brings their kids home for college and whatnot, and then here we go.
What's your procedure at Total Care if somebody gets hurt, right, that needs your emergency room, but they have COVID? What happens?
I mean, we'll treat them. I mean, we'll mask them up and get to work on it.
You're not just going to leave them outside. You're going to let them come in.
No, we'll bring them in. We're not, there's no more, I think at this point, the COVID hasn't been deadly. So it's kind of like a cold, so we'll mask them up and, everybody gets tested for it. And obviously you need to quarantine a little bit or away from people.
Yeah. What do you prescribe? What are you telling people to take for it?
I don't even really know. I mean, it just depends. Like we were doing the antibiotics, the monoclonal for a long time. I don't think there's anything special that's out there anymore. Like we're not doing the ivermectin or ivermectin.
Yes.
I don't think we're prescribing that at the moment.
Yeah, because I just fought through it. I mean, still have it going on, but
you didn't get it.
I mean, people are getting it and they don't know. They go, I don't feel very good for a few days, and then they're better. Yeah. And well, not everybody wants to pay for an ER visit when they got a sore throat.
Well, after having it, Robert, do you feel like you want to go get a shot or a booster shot or anything?
I had 4 to start off with, but no, I don't think I will, just because I'm not real sure about the side effects on it anymore. And you're not real sure what to believe, what you read anymore either, unfortunately.
Right? Yeah, you just don't, you never know. But here's the thing. If you get flu shots every year or anything like flu shots, I mean, you don't know what you're getting. Yeah. Do we know what any doctor's given us anyway? Right? It's like, here, take this shot or take this pill. Yeah. Okay, great. Do we really know? No, we don't.
I should mention I'm not a doctor, and so don't take my my advice if you think you need a shot or whatever.
We're not going to take any of your.
I'm the marketing guy
as a professional. Okay, just letting you know. Yeah, it's okay. I think you're professional, but I don't know about the rest of them. Chance.
I play a doctor sometimes, but I'm not one. On TV or on podcast, I might. But
yeah. That's all right, Dr. Chance. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Well, I like the sound of that.
Robert, I've heard some people talking in the real estate market lately that they've seen a little bit of drop in interest rates for residential loans right now. Do you have any good news for us?
Yes, actually, the Consumer Price Index report came out today, which is an inflation report. And the headline report was at 0% inflation, which is wonderful. And the core rate, which excludes the more volatile food and energy, went down a tick. So the year-over-year average fell on the headline rate from 3.7 down to 3.2%, and on the core rate from 4.1 to 4.0%. So that's kind of one of the gauges the Fed looks at, and we had a nice little rally on rates again today. Okay. So that's been helping. Of course, when you got up above 8%, they kind of only had one way to go at that point, was down. So they're coming down again, which is wonderful.
Okay. So what does that all mean to us?
If you're looking to buy, I would try to do it now before there's too many multiple offers.
Yeah.
And people going above list price.
I would think, I don't know what the magic, I think I know what the magic interest rate number is because I saw when it changed this year.
Yeah.
Back at the first year, but I would say that there is going to be a magic number, and then all of a sudden the frenzy's going to turn on. People are going to be selling their houses, and there's going to be multiple offers, and it's going to be a fight. you know.
I mean,
I agree.
as real estate really hasn't slowed down from what I've seen that much. I mean, I'm not in the real estate market, but with talking to friends and being out and about, I mean, people are selling their houses still pretty fast.
Well, if you're going to
Up and
sell,
down
you're
in my
going to,
neighborhood.
yeah, if you're going to sell, you're going to sell quickly because all the buyers are out there and there's not much inventory. So when a house
Right.
does get listed, it sells fairly quickly because there's too many people that want houses. So that's
Right.
kept the home prices level. I mean, they've gone down some, but once everyone wants to buy and more people start selling, it's going to get crazy again.
Okay. Also, too, is if everybody's not familiar with that, there was a Proposition 4 voted on this year in Austin, and so Proposition 4 was about increasing our homestead exemption from 40,000 to 100,000. That's been approved and voted on, so that's good. So that's going to help us out a little bit on our school taxes and the amount that they're going to charge. So we are going to probably see a little change, and it just depends on obviously values of homes.
Plus, the actual tax rates on the school taxes went down as well.
Yeah, it's a flat amount now or not?
No, it's not a flat amount, but it's gone down. Like,
but
for
it's got
example, could be at 1.42%, went down to 1.2%, which helps some.
Yeah, it helps a little bit. Well, hey, look, I think all of that is a promising factor in our real estate industry, and home ownership. And if you are not owning a home now, I would still say real estate's probably one of the best investments that you can make at this time. And always look into that. Find a good loan officer, get your approval letter taken care of, get a good real estate agent, and get out there and find something.
We can help you out.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, y'all know who our guests are today. We have two wonderful guests that are local here in the Denton area. Both of them do a lot of support and help in the community here. We're going to talk to them about that. I think before we go into having, looks like we're having a little bit of internet problems going on the other end. So we're just going to discuss some things until we get the high sign to move on. All right. So let's talk about the holiday season and what's fixing to happen. So I've heard, through the news that this is going to be probably the most highest travel November that we've probably ever seen before with the airlines. Wow. And it concerns me that our government could shut down in a few days or not shut down. It's always, this test. It's like, why can't we just get this taken care of in the beginning and not have to deal with it every year, And if that is true, that something like that could shut down, it could really strand a lot of people this year with that. And I hope that people are not fearful of that, but just concerned and just paying attention to what's going on. But this is where we need to speak up as voters and people who are here in the North Texas area to make sure that we express our opinions and vote on the things that need to get done.
Yeah.
Looks like we're up and going on that. So we have a segment, every show, and it's called What's Up Denton?
Yeah.
And so I've got some good events and things to talk about for What's Up Denton today. I would also like to see if we can bring our guest on. I'll introduce them, and they can share and be a part of our What's Up Denton. There they are. There's Cassandra Berry and Jason Young. Thank you guys for being on today.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cassandra, you look wonderful today. Love you in blue, girl.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite. Oh, we're color coordinated, Matt.
Yeah, we are today.
I got the memo.
Blue is the inviting color. Okay. It's like, I want to give you a hug. That's what blue, provides. If you were wearing,
I wore my blue last week and I had to go change clothes because it didn't match with my background.
Yeah. But at least you had the
The
to know
backup.
how to get it changed, right? On that too. I'm sure you snuck out of the house and your wife didn't catch you. That's probably
right.
what happened, right? On there too. It's okay though. We're all friends here. We'll take care of you.
That's right.
You know, it's like you go out somewhere and then somebody comes up to you and flips your collar, you know, and fixes it for you.
Yeah.
That's a friend.
Yeah.
It's not the friend when you got some food in your mustache or in your beard or something on your face and nobody tells you until you go to the bathroom at break and you're like, those are not my friends, right? They didn't tell me I had food on my face. Well, guys, we have this segment called What's Up, Denton? And so we like to talk about different things and events and organization events that are going on here. So I have a list of things. If you guys have anything that you know of, please speak up. But our total networking mixer is coming up November 28th. Is that correct?
That is
Chance?
correct.
Okay. And can you tell everybody about that real quick?
Yeah, Total Networking is a free business networking event. It's at the Dive in Denton. It's all the local Denton business owners. And one of the great things is we always like to support a local charity. And we just happen, as a coincidence, to have Cassandra here from that charity of Denton County Friends. And I always say it wrong. That name is a little bit
right.
too
You
long.
got it.
Denton County Friends and Family.
But we always like to work with a local nonprofit, do a little bit of good while we're out there growing our businesses and spreading awareness about the local charities.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Also, you guys, listen up. I know y'all are interested in this. North Texas Craft and Vintage Fair is going to be this Sunday at 12 o'clock. Okay. There's also one of our local agents here always has a program called Chrissy Giving Back, and that's going to be at the Civic Center this Thursday at 5:30. So there's several charities that they give to for that. Also, our famous turkey trot is coming up soon. That's going to be on the 23rd at 9 a.m., and that starts over there on East McKinney Street, pretty close to where that parking lot is, right down from the Denton County Brewing Company. Shout out to Seth Morgan. He's our man out there, always lets us come over there and do Wake Up Wednesday. Also, Irvin Berlin's White Christmas is this year, and that's going to be at the Old Campus Theater, and that starts December 7th at 7:30. So, anybody interested in that? Yes, no, kind of.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah,
Okay, great. Thanks for supporting.
Yeah, that'd be a great production.
Also, Toys for Tot Drive, our real estate association always puts out Toys for Tot boxes every year at our local businesses, real estate offices, title offices, mortgage offices.
Get some kiddos some presents that need it.
Yeah, and we collect all those, and then we pick them up, and then we go over and along with Santa and the fire department, we go to Razor Ranch over there, kind of in the front parking lot where TJ Maxx and all. Is it TJ Maxx or Marshalls is and all that area over there behind Chick-fil-A, and so we take pictures and bring all the toys over there and get everything together and get pictures with Santa and meet everybody there. And that'll be on Friday, December 8th. And then I think it starts around 11 o'clock. And then Jingle Mingles this year, and that's going to be at the Civic Center on December 9th. Is that correct, Cassandra?
That's correct. December 9th from 10 to 2 at the Civic Center. It promises to be a fun event, family friendly. You can do all the things there. And if you're not in the holiday mood prior to getting there, we promise you we'll be up on leave.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
That's right. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Anybody got anything else? No?
Yes, I have an event if I could tell people about
Yes,
that Denton Freedom
please
House
do.
is having. And so November 18th, which is this coming Saturday, we're having a benefit concert at the coffee shops there. And the benefit is to raise funds for those that's overcoming addictions. And we're having a concert, about 2 hour concert with just many of the graduates of Denton Freedom House that have musical talents. And we're just putting on a big concert. If y'all can come on out, the tickets will be sold at the door. They're $35 a ticket. But if you want to hear some great music, some poetry, some testimonies, some singing, some rapping, all that, come on out.
Very
it's
nice.
it's at Zara. It's this Saturday, 7 p.m.
Okay, brother. Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds good. Did y'all notice all of a sudden that Jason's video started working perfectly when he wanted to announce something? Yeah, he was holding back. Just to let everybody know, we were having a little technical difficulty a while ago, and so his face was, while he was talking, we could hear him really good, and then all of a sudden he was like, and it's like, and we were like, yeah, keep posing, man. He was doing good.
Yeah,
That's
well, I
awesome.
appreciate that. Yes, sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man, that's good information today. So, well, let's get into our guest today. And I want to, obviously, ladies first, because we are gentlemen and we care, Cassandra. So just saying. So Cassandra is the coordinator with Denton County Friends of the Family. And I was looking at your bio, sister, and I'm going to just say that I don't know when you have like personal time of anything, right, to do. And I know that sometimes our business, our jobs really infiltrate into our home life, and our personal life. And sometimes when people say, well, don't take it personally, it's just business. Let me tell you, a lot of times our personal life is part of our business or vice versa. And it's kind of hard not to. But let me just tell you guys that are on today what this girl does. So not only is she a coordinator for DCFOF, right? But she also is in a role that facilitates the workshops, presentations, meetings, and plans events about domestic violence and sexual assault. She also facilitates our Community Matters initiative, and that promotes an outreach. Also, she co-coordinates for a Faith for Freedom program that reaches out to faith-based churches and organizations to raise awareness about domestic violence. Let's see. Additionally, she is an organizer and coordinator for the choir and Lori's Joy. So she's going to have to talk about that. Yeah, so much to talk about. I don't even know if we'll get to Jason today. Okay. And she serves as a coordinator for the Voices Committee, too, which is a group of survivors who can share their impact stories and give input regarding services offered at the Denton County Friends of the Family. So with all of that, welcome, Cassandra Berry.
Thank you.
That's a lot of stuff, girl.
Well, you made a good point about, our personal lives and our business lives. And when you have a calling or a purpose in life, you want to fulfill it. And so I have an innate desire to see people, especially those who are victims, to be able to live in an environment and a healthy relationship and to coexist without fear of being traumatized by abuse and have power and control by another person over their lives. And so
that's true.
What we do at Friends of the Family, Denton County Friends of the Family, we take our mission statement very seriously, in that we are providing compassionate and comprehensive services. So we're just not attending to the wounds from the abuse, but also the other needs of the family in the holiday season. And so we have our food drive that's going on at this time for meals, as well as adopt a family, so that those who we've had people to say, before I left my abuser, I wasn't able to celebrate Christmas or to put up a Christmas tree or buy presents for my children. And so to move from that place of crises to that place of safety and confidence, and to be able to then do that, it makes it all worthwhile. So somewhere in between there, we get a little sleep in, then we wake up again and do it all back over again, repeat.
Right. Hey, don't you guys just need a hug from her right now? Like, she's going to make it like Mama Cassandra is going to make it all right on that too. But, bringing a point to that, Cassandra, is abuse in many different ways cascades through the family, right? And those people around that. And it creates a very violent environment, right? Can you talk about that just a second?
Yeah, it creates a very toxic and violent environment. And some of that violence and abuse is not just what we talk about as it relates to physical and sexual, but the whole verbal abuse, psychological abuse, the gaslighting. Most of us are of the age where we know the adage, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. Well, that's not true, because some of the counseling that people are in, they've healed from maybe some of the physical abuse, but that trauma from having negativity spoken into them to say that they're worthless, that no one else will ever want them, to just ruin their self-esteem. It's important for us to be attentive and be trauma informed, so that we can allow that person to see themselves as one that's worthy of living in a peaceful environment, and that they do matter and that they do.
That's right.
So we extend that to the primary victims, and the secondary victims are usually the children and the family members who are also impacted. So when we say domestic violence, sexual assault affects everyone, it does. And so for some people, we have to put it in dollars and cents. Well, the research shows that it has an $8.3 billion impact upon the economy. So that's money. You were just talking about how it was passed, that the homestead exemption and the benefits of that, but there are no benefits in what we have to provide to our services as relates to the impact on the economy. So it impacts all of us, and we all have to be in this together. What's up, Denton? What's up, Denton?
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I mean, if y'all can, anyone out there listening, if you could help donate to this fund, I've been to a couple of their fundraisers and been sponsors before, and to hear the stories from some of these people it's haunting. I mean, it really, really affected me. It was hard to listen to what people go through. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Listen, what Robert's saying is, when you think you got it bad, sometimes you're going through something, go listen to somebody else's story. Yeah, it'll humble you, right?
Yeah.
You got to be appreciative for what we have. We are very blessed, but we also have to stand in the gap for these people who need help, right? We got to pray, and we got to break that spirit of fear off of them too. And we've got to stand strong with them. That's what leaders do. They stand in the gap, and they fill in the places that need to be filled when people need help. And it's for us to be a part of that as accountable brothers and sisters, to help that.
Well, Robert, thank you for what you said. When I came on board at the agency, I have a long time history with Friends of the Family, having been on the board as well as being a volunteer. And my slogan when I came on board is that I'm not asking for your life savings, but I am asking you for money to help us save a life. And
Amen.
so however much that is. And so every dime that comes into the organization, we manage it so that we can continue to provide the free counseling, free legal services, free food pantry, give vouchers to our clients, to our thrift store, upscale resale. And so it doesn't take a whole bunch when we know how to manage it. And when we get a little here and a little there, then it multiplies and it's used for good.
Yeah, that's, like I said, I'd like to volunteer, but it affects me too much. I'd rather just give the money, because I won't sleep at night after hearing some of the stories.
Yeah, it's something else. But a point that you made is about being organized. Look, you can be very effective with a little bit if you're organized. If you're not organized, it doesn't matter how much money you get, right? It's not working the right way as it should. So thank you for the time that you put into that, and all your team that work and help and support with all of that too. So let's go ahead and take a break. We're going to cross our fingers that we come back, that our brother Jason's video is working properly, which it looks like it is. And then we're going to talk about him for a minute.
The North Texas Community Difference-Denton is made possible in part by Beth, Caudill, and the Make the Move team with eXp Realty. Your trusted partners in Denton County, Texas, for all your real estate needs. We understand the local market and pride ourselves on delivering personalized service, backed by cutting-edge technology. Experience the difference with Make the Move team, and by Matt Kern with Denton Does It. A network of discovery. Effective networking involves active listening, genuine interest in others' work, and a willingness to offer support and resources. Investing time in others will create valuable connections that propel careers and unlock endless possibilities. Robert Tokarczyk with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Your go-to loan officer for all your home financing needs. Robert has been assisting families obtain the dream of home ownership for over 31 years with honest, stress-free service. His word is his bond. NMLS hashtag 258950/2289. And Chance Post with Total Care. Total Care has been treating our neighbors in North Texas since 2004 as a family-owned, patient-focused company headquartered near Fort Worth. Offering 10, 24-hour emergency rooms spanning from Weatherford to Garland. You can find links to our sponsors in the comments and descriptions, as well as on our website www.thedifferenceradio.com. If you or someone you know in the Denton area would like to sponsor or learn more about co-hosting the North Texas Community Difference-Denton, please reach out to Matt Kern at matthewdoesit@yahoo.com. And now back to our show.
All right, we're back. We're all here still. It
All
looks
right.
like Mr. Young's connection is working very well now. So
Man, thank you.
it all works out for the best. So guys, let me tell y'all a little bit about Mr. Young. So I met Mr. Young this last year through networking. Isn't that amazing, right?
All right.
And right away, we were brothers from another mother. He does have a wife that's better than him. I'm just going to say that, right?
Yeah.
And a hard worker. So
Yeah.
beside every great man is a greater woman, most of the time, right? And you're very blessed to have her.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so I met her, I think, at the Embassy Suites, probably and I don't remember if I think I met her first and then met you afterwards. But anyway, we go to a networking meeting at Zera Coffee. Usually it's been on Tuesdays with Point Bank, and it's called the Point Bank Breakfast. And so I think it's like third Tuesdays of the month, something like that. And anyway, so I see him over there often, and we do a lot of networking, local networking groups together here too.
Yes.
He's got a great story to tell. The things that he's involved with is Denton Freedom House. Also, he's works with ministry here as a worship pastor here. So he either knows how to sing or he knows how to play an instrument, one of the two.
Sing. I know how to sing.
Okay. And since you said that, so it was just a trap anyway, that you said you know how to sing, then you might want to sing us out at the very end of our show today. So
I will.
Also, he's an FCA volunteer for Ryan High School, and we'll find out a little bit about that, him and his kids, and what he does to make a difference in the community. So welcome, Jason.
Thank you, Matt. I just want to say first, I really, really appreciate you inviting me on to your show. This is the first time I'm on a podcast, by the way.
Really? Wow.
This is the first time. And so I'm excited.
You got lucky because we're going gentle on you today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. If Cassandra wasn't here to protect you, we would have, we would like a pack of animals. Yeah.
Yes. And by the way, I have on a little blue too. It's blue and white. So I'm in a hug mood too.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's all good. We'll man hug you. It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Denton Freedom House.
Denton Freedom House. And so what we do is we help people in addictions. Let me just give you some stats, some statistics real quick.
All right.
There are about 11 deaths per hour of overdose in drugs.
Wow.
And about 75% of those deaths are from opioids,
Wow.
like fentanyl and things like that. And many people want to be set free from those drugs, but the average cost of rehabs are about $1,300 a month. And so what Denton Freedom House, what do? We want people to not be in burden of those costs, that 13,000 a month program. What we want to do is, you want to be set free from drugs, we say, hey, come see us and we will do it all for free. And so that's essentially what Denton Freedom House is. If you have a desire to be off drugs, to be clean, but also we're a faith-based organization. And so we want you to, we believe your greater need besides sobriety is to know and have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And so we're a faith-based nonprofit. So we say, come in, get set free from drugs, but also here's a foundational thing that you need in your life, and that is to have a foundation of Christ. And so that's essentially what we do. We house them for free for 6 months, and they go through and they work through learning how to be a man and a woman in sobriety, but also how to walk as a Christian. And so that's essentially what we do. We have also attached to our ministry, we have a food pantry. I heard Cassandra talking about food pantry, but we have a food pantry as well, which there's a need of food. There's a lot of need of homelessness and just people that are struggling to get food. And so we tell you 5 days a week, come to our pantry, Freedom Food Pantry, grab food and enough for your family. And then we also have a coffee shop in Denton. It's right off the square called Zara Coffee. And a lot of people come here. He mentioned a Point Bank breakfast. We have all kinds of events that come here, but also this is a really good coffee shop, good environment. People have meetings here. There's events here, and all the proceeds from this coffee shop come back to our nonprofit. And so that essentially makes up all of Denton Freedom House. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you, as a man, deal with the life problems that other men and women have on a daily, weekly basis? I'm going to ask you that first.
How do I deal with it?
Yeah. How do you deal with it?
Well, as far as me reaching out to people or people contacting me with problems.
Look, man.
Yeah.
People will tell you everything sometimes. They'll just spill it all on you. And it gets heavy at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not just, and look, you got it not just there, but you also have it in church too,
Right.
So it's surrounding us. And let me say, the world is chaotic right now, and it wants us to focus on it and all the chaos, and we have to stay focused on God,
Absolutely. And so I have I'm a man of God. And so I have a regular prayer life. And so I wake up in the morning, I pray, and I seek God early in the morning, because you're right. There's just so much, even today, it's just overwhelming, nonstop things in people's life that, as me as a minister, that people just lay on me. And then I have my own. I'm married. I have 4 kids. I got a grandson. I got a job. And so I have life and trials and things too. But also I'm called upon as well to help and encourage those that are dealing with the same things. And so it can be an overwhelming. I can't stand here and say that it's something that I've overcome, because it can get extremely overwhelming. Anxiety kicks in, the pressure and all of that. But man, I just truly wholeheartedly lean on God, and that wonderful wife that you talked about. Yeah, she's my help as well. So
yeah. She's
Jason, I got to tell you a quick story. I think you'll love this. Our company's Christian based, and last week our company chaplain was on vacation, and so out of the blue, I get this message from our COO going, "Hey, you think you could just go ahead every day and send out scripture to the company in the prayer?" Right. So every day I was sort of like, I do pray every day, try to anyways, but I had to really get into the scripture and then sort of give a description. And I'm going to use like my Tony Evans study Bible for a little cheating. And then
I have one of those too, by the way. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I might have plagiarized a little bit, but I thought, well, if I'm sending out God's word, I mean, I probably won't get in trouble for plagiarizing too much. But then I do it with prayer. And so every day I was in the Word, and I'll tell you, it made my whole week. Like you talk about the stress and the pressure, kind of helped. Like spending that time with God every morning, knowing, hey, this is going out to everybody. I got to understand this. What's the Bible telling me? Really made a big difference.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. It does.
Jason, does it affect you when you go home at night sometimes? Like, where do you unhook, right? When you try not to take that with you?
I can't believe you're asking me all this, because this is something that me and my wife was just talking about. But yeah, I can't sleep sometimes at night. It's just the overwhelming things that come, because just in the line of work that I do, I deal with debts, I deal with people in and out of jail, I deal with homeless people, I deal with family members and kids and sicknesses. I just talked to a lady just before I got here that just got diagnosed with cancer and asked me to pray for a lady I know. And so it's just, it's extremely, it's burden. It's a lot
rampant,
of burden.
You know? Yeah. There's a lot of
like
negativity.
nonstop. It's nonstop. It's nonstop. And so how do I unwind? Man, I go home. Me and my wife talk. I have to vent sometimes. I have to lay things down, like literally lay it down at the feet of Jesus. And also I lay things on my wife and my kids. And I have a mentor. I talk to my mentor. I have people that I pray with regularly. And I can understand how people in ministry get into depression. Because it's an overwhelming thing. It's a lot of things that come. And you got to deal with your personal life, but also you got to deal with your flock and people that you minister to. So,
that was one of the things why I wanted to start men's breakfast this year. And set it up.
I got that invite.
For the next several months is for us men as leaders too, not only in our business but in our home. To be men and to be able to come and talk about things and have an accountability brother there. To be able to talk about things and keep it where we need to keep it, and let go when we need to let go, and know that it's okay and it's safe to do that. Too. So let's go ahead, bro.
Well, I'll just remember a quick story that just the last time I saw you in the gym, how you sat next to me. We sat and we kind of talked briefly, and we just stopped working out. And those kind of interactions is kind of my way to wind down as well. Just those one-on-one times is just random. I see you, I see a brother, and we just sit and talk, and we shared maybe about 10 minutes as we stopped working out. Those kind of things help as well. But
Right. Yeah. We just use that as an excuse. Oh, look, we've run out of time. We're going to have to, I'm done with the gym today. Thanks. Just the gym excuse on there too. Well, we're going to take a break in just a second here. I want to come back because I've got some things that I want to ask Cassandra about on the things that she deals with on a daily basis, but the things that she uses, I know that she uses to bless her too. So let's take a break, guys.
Thank you.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, we're back. So, just to let you guys know, anybody who would like to come to our men's breakfast here in Denton, the next event is going to be December 14th at 8 a.m. And we have that at the Best Western Premier there on Brinker Road behind the steakhouse and Mexican food house over there. So Madeline takes good care of us. They actually have a buffet, a buffet breakfast there. I think it's $12. It was good, wasn't it? I thought it was, good. Didn't you think, Chance? So anyway, you guys sign up and register. You can get with me, and I can send you a registration for that. So, all right, Cassandra, you're up, sister. I need to find out this information. What drives you to be a part of this Faith for Freedom program, the choir, and the voices? Can you tell us about all of that, why you do that? And I would say, from my point of view, it must bless you that you would do this along with your regular job.
It does. I believe in art therapy, be it music, visual arts, and combining that with my faith in God. And as Jason said, being rooted there to be able to go to that place to rejuvenate and renew, refresh, so that we can get up and do it all over again each day. So self-care within for our occupations is very critical. I remember one of the core memories I have with regard to domestic violence is seeing a relative, an aunt, in the hospital years and years ago, and her jaw was wired together to try to bring it back into alignment. She had a broken arm, black eye, and I remember seeing that in a way that stuck with me to say, I would hope and pray that that would never happen to her again or to anyone else in the family. And so I'm just compelled to and motivated to help those who want to be free from that abusive partner. So through the Voices program, the Voices are volunteer survivors who willingly share of their stories. They give their impact statements to abusers, and they also give input on the things that we do with our agency and the ways in which we might even, better fulfill our mission. We're moving toward creating a family justice center. So we'll be hearing from them about, what is it that we need to make sure that we incorporate in that. And so the freedom to help them write out their stories and for them to tell that and to release that is a very rewarding experience. Is it heavy? Yes, it is. And so that's why we have to go to the place that we can get our self-care. And for me, and as Jason also and some of you mentioned, that place is in time with God and our faith, and being strong in that, and knowing that we have a purpose to serve. For the Faith for Freedom program, a lot of times, victims, they'll go to their clergy, they'll go to their church leadership, and we don't expect them to be the experts if they've not gone through, training. And so what we do, we provide a guidance for them to say, this is how you receive a member in your faith-based organization who may share with you that they're a victim, how you let them know that they are worthy. And I've had some of the victims and survivors to say, well, we were told to stay with our partner because of the interpretation of that leadership of the word about till death do us part. And I said, that's not what that means. No. And we want you to live. We called off 226 people's names who were killed in Texas just this last year by their partners. So we don't want that for them. And so we give leadership within the faith-based communities information about how to best receive, how to best help the clients. So we have churches that they do drives for us and collecting toiletries. They do special offerings for us. And one of the most important things that they can do is to become very aware of how to create an environment for those who are victims and survivors. When we go out, we work with the police departments, about how to identify who's a perpetrator and who's not, because sometimes when they get there, the abuser may say, well, no, he started or she started. And so we have a great relationship with the police departments in how to respond. And what we know about that is responding to a domestic violence call is the most dangerous call to which they can respond. And so we want to support, our people in blue, and to acknowledge the work that they do when they get a call to go out to a domestic violence setting. We also want to create opportunities where our clients and their children can have happy experiences. So our program called Camp Hope Pathways, we send about 40 to 60 children to camp for 1 week each year. And that's a time for them to just enjoy being a kid. They can talk about maybe some of their home experiences in group, and just have that week where they just, like I said, be a kid. Even us as adults, we want to have those experiences sometime when we want to just go into that place to be a kid. And so we nurture them along the way and have different programs throughout the year. And then they have their camp in the summer. Jingle Mingle, that event is about fun. We're going to have a green furry guest to come and be a part of that, and several Santas with their helpers, and this opportunity to celebrate and to come together as a community. And so when you look at what is it that drives me, what drives me to do this, that's when I can see someone going from lamentation to jubilation. When I can see someone who's going from a place of crises and tears to a place of feeling valued and rewarded. A person going from being constrained to being in a place of safety. And so every opportunity that we have to seed into that through those multiple ways, then we do that. Now, I want to ask you guys if you would do something for me.
Okay.
I want you to repeat after me. So,
all right.
Repeat after me. You did so well that I invite you to choir rehearsals for Lori's Joy. First Christian Church gives us their space for rehearsal. And we sing songs like Lean on Me. What the world needs now is love. All you need is love. I'm here. So we have singers and music. Even if and your only requirement is to sing in the key of W, and that is willing. So if you don't know how to sing, but you can hear the person singing next to you, and it sounds okay, We accept you with open arms. And so our choir, Lori's joy.
Well, the Lord loves my singing, but everybody else thinks it's two cats fighting. So, I do know how to run sound, but I don't sing.
Sound? Okay.
Yeah. On that. But guys, y'all see how sneaky she is?
I didn't know what I thought we was going to sing a song, you know? I'm ready.
Right? Yeah. Stacy Young says, preach, Minister Cassandra. Did you see that? Stacy said, preach, Minister Cassandra.
I saw that.
Yeah. That's good. Well,
when you fulfill your life's mantra by saying, one of the songs that I love to sing, and I sang this when years ago when I was in the Rotary, is that if I can help somebody along life's way, then my living shall not be in vain. Right. So to know that people are being helped and rescued, released from the strongholds, Jason, of addictions, released from the bondage of someone who has power and control over them, because we are all deserving of being free. And so that's what drives me.
Yeah, that's good. If we took, can we just roundtable this real quick, because we need to get to our topic today too. I mean, we're close to it already, but let's roundtable this discussion for just a second. If we took drugs out of the equation, or drug and alcohol abuse out of the equation, how would it really change the environment of what you have to deal with in your business on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I'll start. Since Freedom House main 90% of the people that we help are in addictions, it would change that portion of it, but we would still minister the gospel to people, because that's like I mentioned earlier, that's just my belief and others believe, but that's our greatest need, is the salvation of our souls. And so we would still be in the business with telling people about the gospel. I heard Cassandra say something about just feeling like that kid again, that many people, once they're sober, they still need to be that kid-like and dream again, as someone told me. Just find that dream and that passion again that you once had when you were a kid. And now that you're sober, hey, where's those ideas that you had and those goals that you had? And so we'll still help people work those kind of paths in their lives as well. Yeah. And so I would still be a minister without that, but it just makes it's a stumbling block at first. And then once they sober, then, okay, now we can teach you about what Christ done for your life. And so,
well, I think too, when we have a clearer mind, Jason, then we can work toward forgiving ourselves.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? All right. Let's take a break real quick, and then we're going to come back to this month's topic. Okay.
The Community Difference is a new series of shows powered by the Difference Radio live stream and podcast network. This series of shows was designed to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. And we wanted to create a platform that brings awareness to and reminds folks of the goodness that lives within so many of us. By working with the local community leaders, business owners, first responders, veterans, schools, and citizens who want to unite with a clear and selfless purpose, the Community Difference seeks to spotlight the people, events, and activities that are producing positive outcomes, inspirational stories, and incredible experiences. In a world that is consumed with negative press, media manipulation, and propaganda, the Difference, along with many others who believe and support the Difference, understands there is no better way to make the difference than to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. We are currently searching for local communities to be the focus of our shows, but before we can launch a show in your community, we need your help. We need you along with local business leaders, chambers of commerces, major nonprofits, online community group leaders, networking groups, etc., to join us in making the difference in helping your community be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So, if you would like to know how you, your business, school, social media community, church, or your favorite nonprofit organization can be a part of this unique and powerful program, reach out to us today and introduce yourself and let us know how you would like to contribute and bring awareness to the amazing people, places, and events that are making the difference in the community you love. You can call us at 972-866-4596 or email us at info@thedifferenceradio.com.
And now, back to the show.
All right, we're back. Well, we do have a month. We have a topic every month, and this month for November has been on strategies for giving back to the community and how we make this positive impact through our business. Right. So I would like to discuss that with everybody here. Is what's your strategy and how do you make your impact work through your business? Anybody want to go first?
I mean, I'll jump in on this one.
Anybody other than Chance?
I knew he was going to say that.
Go ahead, bro.
You let me go?
Yeah, go. No,
Okay, I mean, I think one of the things, we're all in here because of the networking, and I think working with the local nonprofits is one of the keys to anything. Time I do stuff in the community, I always want to partner up with local nonprofits and do something good. If I'm going to be out networking and working with my company and different companies, even when I was consulting, we always wanted to get in with local people that are doing good in the community, because it's good business, but it's also, I want to feel good about what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, power in numbers too.
Yeah.
And sometimes being a part of something bigger than what your small portion is even more effective too. Right. Anybody else?
I agree with that, Chance. And, while I work for Denton County Friends of the Family, I give when I can to other nonprofits as well, to support what they're doing by making donations, attending fundraising events, because we're all in this together. There's overlap in what, even the Denton Freedom House and our agency, because some of our clients, they use drugs to cope with, what they're going through. And so it makes sense to give support to Denton Freedom House while I'm also working at and supporting Friends of the Family. And so we just, divide up that pie so that we can all get a piece of it, so that we can all individually and then come together collectively to have that positive impact on our community. Because it makes no sense if I have people who are addicted to drugs and there's no resource for them like the Freedom House, they're just going to stay in that place that they are in. And so the positive impact is giving of what you can, either being financial or giving of your time or spreading the word. I gave a presentation this morning to a group of students in a classroom because I told them I don't want to see any of your faces in my office unless you come in there because you're now employed there. You're coming in to volunteer, to donate, but I don't want to see you walk through that door as a victim, because I need you to know the red flags and warning signs, or as an abuser. And so information, education is empowering. So if we all do this is a great podcast. If we all come together and share information, we can understand that we can all do this. Sometimes you think this is huge. Well, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And so if we're all taking a bite and we're all contributing to breaking that monster down, we can do it.
Right. Yeah. That's
good.
Do y'all get overwhelmed sometimes in the amount of charities and requests that are out there? I mean, Denton County has a lot, and I know all counties do, but I mean, it's a lot to deal with sometimes. And the requests that are made from those people that we know live and work with, it's sometimes overwhelming. And I don't want to feel that way. I don't want it to feel, that it's overwhelming with that too. And of course, we want to help everybody that we can, but do y'all have, is it hard for you to pick and choose, who you want to help? And when, here's the thing, if you're in my face and I see you on a weekly basis, you're at top of mind. Just saying, the problem is that some of these businesses or some of these charities don't have enough help and they can't be everywhere all the time. And so they miss out weeks at a time of being somewhere and being at an event. And so when the other ones do have that time to do that, or have the the people to be able to be there and stay in front. Maybe the other ones go unseen sometimes, and I feel bad about that.
I would add one thing too, based, kind of talking about what Cassandra had mentioned. And one thing that, if you've got a special talent, you ought to also be using that for charity too. And so one of the things I work with Giving Grace, and they help homeless people that are, in different levels of transition. And so I actually have a couple, a gentleman that I coach with, that I sort of help as a friend and kind of, have coffee with and just kind of help him along and for just like emotional needs. But there's always something. You've got a special skill, and you should be sharing that with whoever you can.
Right. Well, Lyndon was talking about just even providing awareness, right? Yeah. Is that if we can always be that voice out there of awareness of what's going on and who needs help. This is why we should be always networking together, right? Is keeping these in the front of things that need help with, right? So it's like, what do you need help with today? What do you need help with in the next quarter or the next, half a year or the end of the year? Where are your goals? And I think that you guys have to have that message out there is, what is the goal you're trying to reach for the end of the year? And then what are you ready to get started with at the beginning of the year? What's your thoughts on that, Jason?
Well, you have to be intentional about just giving your time and your services to people. Otherwise, you'll never hear about things. I was thinking about Cassandra. I know you're one of your guitar players, Dr. Newby, for your band. I just found out about a nonprofit that he's doing at the barbershop on top of all places that he's starting. But those things you just have to be aware of. And someone mentioned help. Like, he doesn't have a lot of help of promoting his nonprofit. How I got involved with the FCA, I just show up first day with my son, who's in track. And I found out Ryan High School does not have a male volunteer. They got a track coach, a female, but they needed a male, and that's how I got involved with that. And he's like, "Hey, you mind coming every week? We don't have anybody." I was like, "Sure," but I would have never known those things unless I go and seek or be involved or be a part of it. And so but everyone, the poor, there's always going to be a need out there. Let's just be honest. We know the Bible talks about the poor is always among us. It's going to always be a need for somebody, for some charity. And so you just have to have the heart to say, okay, this is what I can provide. I can provide my time, my talent. I can provide my funds. I can provide prayer. You just have to be intentional about what you want to do and how you want to give it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Well, can y'all believe that we are so close to being out of time today? How an hour and a quarter goes by so quickly when we have good conversation and networking together. So I want to roll this out at the very end with a couple of questions, and then we're going to ask Mr. Young to sing us out at the very end, last minute of it, since he already committed to saying that he can sing. Well, we'll see how you are.
I'm committed.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, you're committed. All right. So, Cassandra, what's your favorite side item for Thanksgiving?
Ooh. My famous cornbread dressing.
What? Come on now.
From scratch.
What makes it famous?
Because everybody in my family loves it, and I make it with love. And a cousin of mine who's gone on to glory gave me some tricks to her recipe. And that's that, and German chocolate cake. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, that's good.
Chance, you feeling it?
I'm still hungry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's y'all's favorite food for Thanksgiving? What is your go-to nowadays? Jason?
The dressing, as she just described that dressing, that's why I'm making the faces I'm making, because I like homemade dressing with the Ghibli gravy and cranberry sauce. It's my favorite thing to eat.
Yes.
I can have that for days and days. It don't even have to be Thanksgiving. Just give it like today.
Does it not get better after you've refrigerated it? right?
Yes.
It gets better.
That's
and
what,
then you
yes.
reheat
The
it.
next day,
It's
the day
probably,
after.
yes. That's,
Yeah.
yes. It's probably the best the next day.
I
Yes.
feel like I have
Yeah.
faded away from green bean casserole, but I have gone to as my side and my dessert, even though I do like pie. But sweet potato casserole with pecans and brown sugar
Ooh.
and marshmallows, man, hot.
Mm.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's
That
one of the
sounds
best,
wonderful.
right? It
We
is wonderful on
we
there.
usually
Yes.
host Thanksgiving
Yes.
every year for the family. My wife loves to cook, and my favorite is the dressing, and I always have the stuffing, and I always have to have her make extra and hide it. So
Yes, hide it.
everything's
Yeah, make it extra
leftovers.
cold.
I got to
Yes,
have
sir.
my own batch to get me through the next couple
Right.
days.
But let me tell you, that giblet gravy, right, with a little bit of egg in there and stuff, and it's over the top of that, and it soaks in. It's amazing that the plate that we have, the plates
Yes.
that they have, and I'm talking the plates that we have for Thanksgiving is not big enough.
Right.
Are y'all with me? It's like we pile it up
No,
on
yeah.
there, and we're
With
like,
you.
I need another plate,
I'm with you.
and I need another space to set my plate. Don't sit there beside me because
Yes.
that's my plate's place.
The day after Thanksgiving, you have to recover from eating too much.
Okay.
So everybody always asks me as I'm going through the line, they're like, why are you not getting some of this and getting some of this? So I get 2 or 3 things and fill my plate and then go back and get 2 or 3 different things
Yeah,
and fill my
yeah,
plate. And I'll go through 3 or 4 times.
yeah. I like that. I like
And I
that too.
tell
Okay,
myself we get grace and mercy on Thanksgiving. There are no calories.
right. That's right. Yeah. And don't get in my way because you'll pull back with a nub. I'm telling you, right? It's like I'm going for my food. Okay, so favorite pies, and I'm going to start first. My favorite pie is pecan pie. So
I'm
I'm
with you.
down with
I'll
pecan
second
pie.
that. Pecan
Yeah.
pie.
I can have whipped cream on it or not. I like it hot, or I'll take a little vanilla ice cream on it too. But straight up pecan pie is my favorite.
Same.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mine's a blueberry
Well,
and banana
I'm
with whipped
different.
cream mix pie.
Wait, what a minute. Say that again, Robert.
It's blueberry and bananas mixed with the whipped cream in it.
What?
It's kind of like a cheesecake pie almost.
Oh, yeah?
How my
Sounds
sister
almost healthy.
I got to have
I've
one
never had
separate of
that.
those for myself
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
An extra
Is
pie.
everybody here? Is everybody here down with cheesecake? Y'all like cheesecake?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna give y'all something. You're welcome. Go to Mike's Bakery next to Albertsons in Corinth on Swisher. You're welcome.
All right.
Just get the cheesecake. Just buy a cheesecake. And it can be the plain one,
Okay.
but you're welcome. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Mike's got it going on over there. Shout out to Mike's Bakery in Corinth. I don't know about you guys, but it's like 12:42 and I'm hungry. Right?
Yes.
And it's Taco
Having
Tuesday.
lunch.
I'm going to have to go get tacos in a minute. Anyway, I just want to tell everybody thank you guys for being on today.
Yes.
I think we really had a very well tailored conversation today about things. We know what needs to get done. It's upsetting sometimes to see the things that we tolerate and put up in this world, in our nation, and in our state, in our cities, that need to get under control. And it's up to us always to voice our opinion, to vote, and to be that announcement out there like you guys are, and that support and help for people who are in need. I think we all need counseling all the time. It doesn't matter what we do and what state of mind we think we're in. We all need it. And we all need to have an accountable partner in our life, a mentor in our life, and God in our life. So I appreciate you all for being on today. Any last words?
Hey, I just want to say thanks for both Cassandra and Jason for being on the front
Yes.
lines, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you do.
Incredible what y'all do.
Yeah. Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you
Also,
so much, for helping to help us increase the awareness and be a part of our community, and we all can contribute to making it better. So thank you
yes,
so
ma'am.
much for having us.
Yes, ma'am. And I look forward to coming over and eating your stuffing. Just saying.
Yeah, what
Bring it
time
on.
was that going to be done?
Yeah, yeah.
Because here's what I want to know, Cassandra. Are those secrets and tricks, or do you share those?
No, because I want you to
secret?
come. I want you to come and dine with me. So I'm gonna give you my secret because I want your company.
Yeah.
I believe in
Yeah.
fellowship.
Right. Yeah. Us guys are hungry on that too. Well, thank you guys for all being on today. Thank you all for watching. Please share this podcast show with somebody that you know, like, and trust, and invite them to come watch our podcast. And also, if you would like to contribute to this, we're always looking for more guests and more sponsors. And appreciate Lyndon Wilson for taking care of us today and making us all look pretty. And I'll see y'all next time.
Jason got to sing.
Oh, Jason, sing us out, bro.
I'm gonna sing just the first verse of Amazing Grace, if that's okay.
All right.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see.
Thank you, brother. That's awesome. You guys stay on.